Today, I'm going to be making a white wedding cake with buttercream frosting. This recipe is from recipegirl.com. I will link below if you want to make this yourself. You'll be able to click on that link and get the printed directions. So for the cake, you're going to need one 15.25 ounce box white cake mix. It says make sure the cake you buy is 15.25 ounces because companies have been reducing the size. So we literally looked on the shelf for the one that said 15.25. That was a Pillsbury. So, and we're going to doctor it up anyway. So it really doesn't matter what brand you get, but you want that size. You need 1 cup of all-purpose flour. You need 1 cup of granulated white sugar, 3/4 teaspoons salt, 1 1/3 cups of water, 2 tablespoons of vegetable or canola oil. I use canola oil just because we had it, we had bought it, so I'm using it, the canola oil. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm using clear vanilla extract because we want this cake to be as white as possible. 1 cup of sour cream, which I have back here, and then 4 large egg whites, which are in there. And then for the buttercream frosting, you need 4.5 cups of powdered sugar. You need 3 sticks of butter at room temperature, salted butter at room temperature. So this is gonna sit out the entire time this cake is baking. You need 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Use clear if you want it really white, which we had it on hand, so that's what I'm using. And then 3 to 4 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. I put 4 tablespoons in here, but I do have more if we need it, and I will actually move this over. I'll move this to the refrigerator while we're baking the cake, but I will leave the butter sitting out so it can get to room temperature while we're baking the cake. You want to preheat your oven to 325, and you want to grease and flour 3 8-inch round pans. And it says it's easiest to get the cake out of the pans if you line them with rounds of parchment paper. So I put, I sprayed a little of the Great Value vegetable spray in the bottom, and then I actually sprayed around the edges and the bottom with Baker's Joy, the Baker's Joy spray, because it has flour in it as well. So now we want to take our cake mix, our flour, sugar, and salt, the dry ingredients, and put them in your mixer or use a hand mixer, whichever one you have. And it says whisk these together. It doesn't matter because you're just mixing them. You're just getting them mixed up in the bowl. So this will work just fine. So now it says mix the remaining ingredients together in this bowl. I'm going to move this over here so I can get to it easier. So the remaining ingredients is all your wet stuff, and then you're going to mix it together for 2 minutes. Now I have my 3 pans, and we're going, explain how we did this.
We know how much the bowl weighs, yes. So we weighed the whole thing with mix and all, and then subtracted out the bowl weight, and then divided by 3, and we know we need
502. 502 grams in each bowl. want to put these in the oven. It's going to take from 35 to 45 minutes to bake. It says at 35 minutes, it says watch closely. Check after 35 minutes and then every 5 minutes until they test done. So until they come out clean with a toothpick. So I'm going to set our timer for 35 minutes, but then I'll let you know how long they took total to bake. My cakes only took 35 minutes, so mine were at the low end of the time because it said start checking them at 35 minutes, and I could smell them. They smell really good. It smells like a white cake, but it does smell really good. I stuck a toothpick in each one of these and they came out clean. So it says wait a few minutes before turning them out onto the cooling rack, and then after you turn them out on the cooling rack, let them cool completely before you attempt to frost them. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. So we are ready to make the frosting, and I have one, I read in the notes that if you want a almond flavor in your frosting, you can add, in addition to the vanilla, so you still use 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla, you can also add 1 teaspoon of almond extract. So I have added 1 teaspoon of almond extract to this because I love the flavor of almond. So what we want to do is we want to cream our butter and sugar. So I'm going to be pouring every bit of the sugar, and I'm going to put all 3 sticks of butter in our KitchenAid, and we're going to mix it together. So this is mixed together. I have I scraped the sides of the bowl. Now we're going to turn our mixer up to medium speed, and we're going to mix this together really well for 3 minutes. Been going for 3 minutes. Now I'm going to add our vanilla and, for me, the almond extract. I'm also going to add 3 tablespoons of the whipping cream that I've had in the refrigerator, and then if we need a 4th, then I'll add a 4th to it. It just depends. They said it depends on how thin or thick you want this to be able to spread it on your cake, to frost your cake. Time to frost the cakes. I have a flat cake plate here, and I've got some parchment paper that I'm putting around the edges just so that I don't get frosting everywhere. I don't have to be as careful. So I'm going to take the cake, and I'm not going to turn it over. I'm going to leave the flat side up so that we have a flat surface, and then we're going to frost on the inside here. And if I need to make this thinner, then I can always stir in more of that heavy whipping cream. So this says it is 14 servings. The author is Lori Lang, and like I said, I will put a description right below this video, a link, and then you can click on it and you can print this out for yourself. Let's just try it. Let's just try it, and then I can tell you the other notes it has.
Well, try just the cake. It's a very spongy, just nice cake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we added stuff to that cake mix. We had the cake mix, but then we added flour and sugar and oil and
all kinds of stuff.
Sour cream.
That frosting was nice too.
I think it has the texture is a little bit, for me, it's more fluffy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very fluffy texture.
More spongy.
Yes. And what do you think about the frosting?
Oh, it's really good. I like the addition of the almond.
The almond makes a huge difference.
You really taste it.
You really taste it. That's the star of the show. If you want this to be firmer, the frosting, just put it in the refrigerator. And they don't say that, but that's just what I would do if you want it to be firmer. It says you can also make this, use this mix to make cupcakes. And you need to pour into cupcake liners and bake for about 18 minutes. It'll make about 36 cupcakes. She said she's made this into a large 14-inch round cake as well. So,
like one bigger round?
Yes, instead of smaller ones. If you want a bigger cake and thicker layers, just use 9-inch pans and double the recipe. You won't use all of the batter, but you will be able to get thicker layers. So
I can't imagine thicker layers. I guess for a real big, like, it's been a while since I've been to a wedding, but I guess their cake layers are really thick, aren't they?
I don't know. It's been a while since I've had wedding cake.
I think they're like that thick.
And I think the last wedding we went to, we didn't get a piece of cake. I don't remember getting a piece of cake. I remember eating in the line. I remember going through the food line and getting food. I don't think we got a piece of cake at the last wedding we went to.
I don't remember.
I don't think we did. I really don't remember it.
Oh, it's really good.
But I think this is good. I think the star of the show is not the cake. It's the frosting.
No, although the cake's good.
The cake is very good. It's not bakery cake, but it still is a very good cake. And it's nice. It's sweet enough.
Very sweet.
Yes, anybody would be very happy to have this. But you could do different frosting with the same cake if you wanted, or you could use that frosting on different flavors of cake if you wanted to. But I think it's exceptional together, and it ended up being really thick, and it's a lot of cake.
It is a lot of cake. In reality, when you serve this, you would serve like half this size.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the wedge.
Oh. I thought I got us a wedge.
Yeah, you want half the size. Well, to get 14 slices out of that cake, you would have to have some.
Oh, okay. So the way I was cutting it, you would probably get only what?
Would you get 2?
I got 2. Yeah.
You get 8.
Oh, well. So my slices are real. That's what I do, though. I think big. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.